It was a moment that caused a stir in the NFL draft and left fans, analysts, and even players perplexed. Shedeur Sanders, one of the most talked-about quarterback prospects heading into the 2025 NFL Draft, fell hard from a projected first- or second-round pick. The Colorado quarterback, the son of NFL legend and current college coach Deion Sanders, fell all the way to the 5th round. It wasn't just unexpected, it was dramatic, and Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce had something to say about it. A lot, actually. But first, if you've been a Chiefs fan for more than 30 years, hit the like button and comment below how long you've been a Chiefs fan. Now for the news. On the New Heights podcast, which he co-hosts with his brother Jason, Kelce didn't mince words. He praised the Cleveland Browns for stopping Shedeur's slide by selecting him with the 144th overall pick. "I love this for Cleveland, I really do, man," he said with conviction. But when the subject turned to anonymous pre-draft reports, criticizing Sanders' attitude and behavior in interviews, the tone quickly changed. "I think whoever the anonymous person is that's saying that should come out and say who they were," Kelce said, visibly agitated. He wasn't done. "I'm not sure why he dropped, whether it was the interviews or whether it was stuff that they saw on film." He continued, "What I saw on film, I thought he was a way higher pick. And I think that's all that should matter." That statement came from a player who knows what it means to be underestimated. Kelce himself had character concerns entering the 2013 draft and wasn't selected until the 3rd round, despite his clear athletic potential. He's now a future Hall of Famer, and he sees a bit of that story in Sanders. This wasn't just support. This was a veteran player, recognizing a kindred spirit. Someone who's had to face more than just opposing defenses. Kelce acknowledged that Sanders' slide might be tied more to perception than performance. And when it comes to perception, anonymous criticism can be as damaging as a torn ACL in today's NFL. That's what seemed to sting the most for Kelce. "What I saw on film," he emphasized again, "he was a way higher pick." Now here's where it gets even more intriguing. Despite the criticisms that some GMs levied against Sanders, claiming he treated team interviews like college recruiting visits and came off entitled, he wasn't universally dismissed. Some front offices still believed in him as a potential starter. That division alone suggests something deeper was at play. And Kelce wasn't the only one noticing. Even the President of the United States weighed in on Sanders' shocking draft day experience. So now, Sanders is in Cleveland, a team with perhaps the most volatile quarterback room in the NFL. If there's any franchise where a young QB can realistically earn a starting role early, it's the Browns. And Kelce sees that possibility too. "I can see him working very hard and becoming the starting quarterback in Cleveland at some point for sure," he added. "That's not casual praise. That's a Super Bowl champion tight end staking his name on someone who hasn't even taken an NFL snap yet." But that's only one layer of this deep off-season narrative swirling around the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's pivot, because Kelce's bold stance on Sanders isn't the only thing making headlines. In Kansas City, things are shifting, not just on the field, not just in the locker room, at the very heart of the offense itself. Since Patrick Mahomes became the face of the franchise, Travis Kelce has been his most reliable weapon. The chemistry they've built echoes legends. Brady and Gronkowski come to mind, but those days might be winding down. Chiefs general manager Brett Veach made a candid statement that stopped many fans in their tracks. "The numbers won't be the same," he said bluntly. "That's not coach speak, that's a forecast." Veach continued, explaining that while Kelce still elevates everyone around him, the team is preparing for a future where he isn't the offensive centerpiece. "It's almost like a little bit of him and Pat are a conductor for everybody else," he said, hinting that Kelce's role might evolve more into that of an on-field mentor, a facilitator rather than the focus. Let that sink in for a moment. Travis Kelce, the engine of Kansas City's offense for a decade, transitioning into a support role. That's not retirement yet, but it's a clear signal that 2025 might be the final chapter in an extraordinary career, with wide receivers like Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Marquise Brown, and Juju Smith-Schuster, plus tight ends Noah Gray and rookie Jared Wiley. The Chiefs are diversifying, they're preparing, and if you're still not convinced that things are shifting, let's talk about Sky Moore. Once seen as a promising draft pick, Moore's time in Kansas City appears to be all but over. With just one career touchdown and constant inconsistencies, fans and apparently the front office, have lost faith. The selection of Utah State standout Jaden Royals speaks volumes. This wasn't just about adding depth. It was a replacement. It's painful, but necessary. Moore deserves nothing but criticism, read one scathing assessment. Patrick Mahomes doesn't think he's a quality player, so why should we? That's not a rumor. That's the tone around Arrowhead right now. The leash is short, and the writing is on the wall. We're left with a crossroads, a changing of the guard, one legend defending the next generation, even as his own era begins to sunset. One former hopeful being shown the door as a new weapon steps in, and in the middle of it all, the relentless pursuit of another Lombardi. So what do you think, Chiefs Kingdom? Is Travis Kelce right to back Shedeur Sanders the way he did? Should we expect the Browns to make him a starter this year? Let us know in the comments. And as we continue this unfolding story, the 2025 season feels less like a routine campaign and more like a defining moment. For Travis Kelce, for the Chiefs' offense, and for the organization's identity moving forward. Because while Kelce's on-field production may take a step back, his voice off the field is rising louder than ever. He's not just catching passes anymore. He's shaping narratives, defending young talent like Shedeur Sanders, and signaling the kind of leader he intends to be in this final chapter of his career. It's no longer just about touchdowns and yardage. It's about legacy. This is a pivot point. The Chiefs are preparing for life after Kelce. And in the background of it all, a new cast is emerging. Rashee Rice is no longer the rookie. He's becoming a go-to target. Xavier Worthy's speed and ceiling could be electric. Marquise Brown brings veteran experience. Juju is back with something to prove. Even rookie tight end Jared Wiley is positioning himself for snaps and learning from the best while he can. And let's not overlook what this says about Brett Veach. From publicly bracing fans for Kelce's transition to admitting the miss on Sky Moore, the Chiefs GM is making bold moves. Drafting Jalen Royals was a clear message. Performance matters more than patience. Moore's lack of impact is no longer tolerable. And in Kansas City, tolerance is fading for anything less than excellence. This is where championship culture lives. In the willingness to evolve, adapt, and bet on the next man up. Now it's your turn, Kingdom. What do you think about all of this? Should Travis Kelce be more vocal off the field as his playing time potentially shrinks? Was the Shedeur Sanders fall justified, or do you see what Kelce sees? A future NFL starter wrongfully doubted? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get the debate going. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Go Chiefs!